Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant two-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive! Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game, the pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue, Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
He's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
His way to the dugout, and for the first time in his early career, he actually doffed his cap to the fans who give him a standing ovation.
Yeah, that was cool. Talking to Paul, I said, listen, let's do this. I'm going to go out to the mound and get booed so that you can get a standing ovation coming off. No, I'm just kidding. And it was a good moment, and it was cool for Paul, for the fans, and thought that it was a right move for the team to get Matson in there. Just didn't want to push Paul any further. He was in the low 80s. He could have gone, but having that big break in the fifth, and then the sixth inning started to get a little bit long. Heading out there for the sixth, it was a good time to go to Matty.
Did you actually say to him, "This is my plan, I'm going to get booed"?
No,
because that would have been hilarious. He would have loved that.
We've joked about it that at times they're like, okay, I'm going to send you back out for 2 outs so that you can get a standing ovation coming off. And Paul obviously is not he's not looking out for himself or doesn't want the standing O. He's just going out there to get outs.
Well, did part of you think that this would be a nice touch?
You think about it, but that was in that situation. It was not.
It just
designed.
Worked out that way.
It just worked out that way. Yeah.
Okay, so the Pirates get the sweep. They get the win. Now you look for. And by the way, don't want to forget about part of that offense being the Henry Davis home run. You've talked about how he is swinging a bat better, and now you're starting to see some results step by step with him.
Yeah, well, the home run, and I think going back to the inning that Valdez hit the grand slam, Henry started that inning with a line drive base hit to right center field in the first game of the doubleheader on Saturday, and I think he is his when his approach is up the middle, going center field, right center field, he's in a really good position to be able to drive the ball and to be able to. He's got the strength to hit the homers. He doesn't have to try to drive it.
You think he's starting to feel it that way though, because it's all the talk, but you need to have those results.
Yeah, I think so. I think he is starting to see it, and he squared around for to bunt too. He's looking to do different things, play the small game, which is a big part of what we need to do to be successful.
Well, we talked about that too on the air, that he squared around to bunt, and I think it was John Wayner with me on the radio side said, I don't think that's coming from the bench. I think this is Henry Davis thinking, I'll sacrifice myself to get that. That's what he thinks.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, everybody's there having a good time rooting us on, so I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
A little inside baseball, inside joke, but good luck and play the music in that clubhouse.
That's right. Thanks, Brownie.
All right, we'll continue. We are here in Cleveland, more of our pregame show on the Pirates Baseball Network.
At AHN, we see you juggling 100 things at once. That's why we made it easier to book with the doctors you need. With AHN online scheduling, you can book with your primary care provider or get time with a specialist. Visit ahn.org/schedule, answer a couple of simple questions, and search for providers, locations, and times that work best for you. Easy online scheduling. Because at AHN, we see you.
The Pirates and PNC are going to bat for local small businesses by highlighting a different business each month. This month, the spotlight's on Fat Butcher, located in Upper Lawrenceville, a whole animal butcher shop sourcing beef, pork, lamb, and poultry from local farms. Stop in and pick up a dry-aged steak cut to order, a smash burger or sandwich featuring their house-cured deli meats and fresh sausage. To learn more, follow Fat Butcher on Instagram at Fat Butcher Shop.
Welcome back to Cleveland. Pirates and Guardians getting set for baseball. And we're getting set for baseball here, but we'll be anxious for the Pirates to return home. Their next homestand kicks off on Friday the 24th, the next Friday night at PNC Park. That also kicks off Yinzer Palooza weekend, 6:40 first pitch against the Chicago Cubs. First 20,000 fans take home a Yinzer Palooza themed t-shirt presented by Mrs. T's Pierogies. Go to pirates.com/Yinzer Palooza. And let's step aside right now for station identification on the Pirates Baseball Network. That's our pregame show. Coming up, we'll have the lineups for Game 1 and very shortly the first pitch from Progressive Field in Cleveland for the Pirates and the Guardians in Game 1 of the day-night doubleheader. That's next on the Pirates Baseball Network.
Lawyers dedicated to every client every day. Call 1-800-HELP.
Batting cleanup. Ryan O'Hearn at first base bats fifth. Nick Gonzalez, the third baseman.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
From Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, it is game number 98 and game 1 of a day-night doubleheader. Today, the Cleveland...
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Hey, it's Alertus Gurriel dog.
That's a nice touch.
Pena power.
The perils of wearing earrings when you've got netting on the field.
That young fan, not a Newt Bar fan.
What a present for Mom.
Oh my goodness, look at this guy.
Uso, yeah, Jay Uso, yeah.
And then just shot putting it. Walk when there's nobody on base. There's a little debate for Domo and Kim watching the replay together.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Left center Profar sprints over. Oh, he lost it. It looked like it was going to be a really good play for Jerkson Profar.
He did not see that ball. He didn't even come close to it.
These interactions between De La Cruz and Tito Francona have been priceless. And
Got it there.
Yes, indeed.
And the ball wasn't the only thing that landed in the basket.
What in the world happened out there to Jung-Hoo Lee? That's wild. I mean, you don't see that in the big leagues.
Guardians have taken the field here at Progressive Field, and Gavin Williams just about ready to throw the first pitch to Jake Mangum. Mangum, the switch hitter, will be stepping into that left-hand batter's box. Gavin Williams is a big guy. We just talked to Don Kelly about it. 6'6", 250. He'll turn 26 years old in 8 days. He was a first-round pick 5 years ago, a Fayetteville, North Carolina native. And Matt Capps, as we were talking to the Pirates skipper moments ago about it, if you don't pay a lot of attention to the American League, and you know we do when the Pirates play American League teams, not really realizing how good this guy is. 10-4, 3.81 ERA, 134 strikeouts and 113 innings.
He's second in baseball in that win column with 10 wins, and you mentioned the size. He's got good stuff, too. Hard four-seam fastball comes in about 97 miles an hour, and the two-seamer's just a half a click slower, so good arm side sinking action on the two-seamer. But he actually leads away with his sweeping fastball, throws it 27% of the time. He's got a curveball and a cutter as well as the two fastballs to go with that sweeper. But big guy, he leverages the ball downhill. Be interesting to see what kind of results he gets here.
First pitch swinging and a fly ball, shallow left center field. It is really windy, and coming in now, Stephen Kwan, the Gold Glover, the left fielder for the Guardians, makes the catch. Mangum, who was hitting .310 before that swing, leads off and flies out to left center field. Our first bit of Major League Baseball action aside from the festivities Midsummer Classic since last Sunday at PNC Park. It's been a long stretch since we've seen the Pirates play. As Brandon Lau steps in, the lefty hitting second baseman, takes a bit inside, ball one. Lau, a .246 average. with 21 home runs and 64 runs driven in. An OPS of .803 for Lau. He lines this ball to right field, and a base hit as he picks up where he left off. Chase DeLauder, the rookie right fielder, gets the ball in quickly, and it's a one-out single for Brandon Lau.
And just like I was talking about, it'd be interesting to see what kind of results Williams gets right here in this ball game. I mean, you talk about the size, downhill angle. He's got the two-seamer and the cutter that both have a little bit of downhill action to it. And Jake Mangum getting underneath the first pitch, hitting a fly ball to left field, and then Brandon Lau right there getting the curveball, hitting a hard line drive out into right field.
Here's Brian Reynolds, switch hitter, batting left-handed. Takes a ball, but the first challenge. Roberto Ortiz, the home plate umpire, announces to the crowd. The catcher, Patrick Bailey, is challenging. There's a good challenge because much of the baseball was, just about the entire baseball, the bottom of the zone to Reynolds, hitting .283 with 14 home runs, 59 runs driven in. 0-1 the count on Reynolds. Kyle Manzardo holds the runner Lau at first. Stretch by Williams, the pitch. Swing and a miss.
There's that good life right there. 98-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball right on the outer edge to Brian Reynolds. Just a little bit late on the swing. But the size of a pitcher like Gavin Williams, that can help him. A little extra extension, reaching out a little bit. 97, 98. These guys see that nowadays on a nightly basis, but being able to get that extension, and it's going to make it play up even more so.
Well, Williams comes set at the letters. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And for Williams, that is strikeout number 135 on the season. Third in the American League behind the Blue Jays' Dylan Cease and the Yankees' Cam Schlittler. 2 outs, and now it's Esmerlin Valdez. Valdez playing in his 29th Major League game. Big right-handed hitter, 309 average with 10 homers, 27 RBIs, and just 94 big league at-bats. A strike is called, hitting the inside corner. 0-1. Again at first base is Lau, 2 outs. Just underway, top of the first inning. Pirates in their black jersey tops, traveling gray pants, black helmets and caps. Quick throw to first base as Lau dives back. No tag from the first baseman Manzardo. More concerned about not allowing that ball to bounce into the foul ground and allow the runner to reach. He had to kind of step over the diving runner Lau. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, a breaking ball, and it's 0-2.
They may stay with another breaking ball. First 2 pitches of this at bat, the curveballs from Williams, but kind of his MO is to elevate with that fastball up. I don't know that I would do that against Valdez. The way he swings the bat, he can reach the bullpens out in right center field here.
0-2 pitch. And it stays with a breaking ball away. Sweeper. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Be on the lookout for that in this ball game, especially with Williams and Valdez. The way Valdez, has shown his power to the opposite field. Could be a good matchup for the Pirates.
Now 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Checks his swing and takes. Appeal first base way. John Bacon is the first base umpire, and he extends both arms. No swing. Alex McKay at second base. The crew chief at third is Alan Porter. Game 1 of the doubleheader. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes on Esmerlin Valdez. Ryan O'Hearn on deck for Pittsburgh. Stretch by Gavin Williams. 2-2 pitch. A little bit up, and he's worked the count full. He's drawn 10 walks and struck out 38 times in 94 at-bats. 37 walks allowed by Gavin Williams in 114 innings, and now the batter, Valdez, steps out. It's 325 to left here, 370 to left center, 405 to straightaway center field, 375 to the right center alley, and 325 down the right field line. Hall heights, the wall heights are different. Here's the pitch. Chop foul to the left. Starting in the left field corner, that 19-foot high wall, they call it the Little Green Monster, extends all the way to just about dead center. It's a 9-foot high wall the rest of the way, except for a little notch out of the right field corner. Progressive Field here in Cleveland, which opened in 1994. Another 3-2 pitch and a high pop-up. The second baseman goes out, and Zana makes the catch for the final out. Pirates strand one. Half inning in Cleveland. Pirates nothing, and the Guardians coming to bat on the Pirates Baseball Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
The beauty of this jersey is the field, the texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
International Union of Operating Engineers Local 66 turns childhood dreams into rewarding careers. We offer better benefits, retirement plans, and a safer work environment. If you can dream it, you can build it. Learn more at iuoe66.org.
Jared Jones makes his 9th start of the season for the Pirates since coming off the injured list. His last time out, perfect in his 6 innings as he faces the lefty batting Travis Bazzana. The second baseman takes high and away, ball one. The fastball at 100 miles an hour.
Feeling pretty good already. First pitch of the ball game. I tell you, that's been the most impressive thing to me this year, watching him come back from the injury that he had.
Line drive foul, first base side.
And not only the velocity, but the command of the velocity. Only 11 walks in 35 innings for Jared this season. He's on the attack. Why not when you got stuff like that?
Pitch taken for a ball. To Bazzana, the lefty hitter. Carrying a batting average of .238, 7 home runs and 28 driven in. For the 23-year-old from Australia, strike is called. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. On Bazzana. Developed by Brian Rocchio and Chase DeLauder. The pitch from Jones. Swing and a miss for the strikeout.
That's a good looking slider right there. Set him up with a couple of fastballs early in the count right there, and then spun the baseball really well. This last one right below the bottom of the strike zone. Perfectly placed. Great pitch.
For him, that's 40 punch outs and 35 in the 3rd innings. Brian Rocchio is the switch hitting shortstop. Takes a ball outside, hitting a strong .276 with 8 homers, 44 driven in over his last couple of weeks, hitting over 300. Brian Rocchio. Nothing, bottom of the 1st inning. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's Jones' delivery, and it's popped foul, back and out of play here. Ball and a strike on Rocchio. Caracas, Venezuela native. 750 OPS. One of 2 switch hitters in the lineup for Stephen Vogt. Here's the 1-1 offering in there for strike 2. And with the lefty batters, all but 2 hitters of the 9 will bat left-handed against the righty Jones. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. He chased a high heater. Back-to-back strikeouts. 2 up and 2 down.
Well, when you've got Jared Jones' stuff and you can do that right there, I don't think it really matters if you're left-handed or right-handed. 100+ miles an hour up above the strike zone when you've got 2 strikes on you is really tough to cover for hitters, and it's tough to lay off. That's what we saw right there with Rocchio. And again, that's where Jonesy was trying to throw that pitch. It's in a pitcher's count, trying to elevate, get something out of the strike zone. His command of that fastball has been pretty solid.
Chase DeLauder chases late on a fastball away. And it's fouled away. Chase DeLauder hitting .278 with 11 homers and 46 runs driven in. And DeLauder smashes that ball foul again off to the left. Rouglis Odor, the third base coach for the Guardians, well aware that that ball was coming at a pretty good pace. Got away from that one. Pitches in the dirt out in front of the plate. The plate, Sandy Alomar is the first base coach. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Chase DeLauder. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the game. Bottom of the first inning. The Guardians batting against Jared Jones. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt. You can hear that breeze on the crowd mics. It is kicking up, hoping to avoid any delays in this one or the nightcap. Expecting some rain later, maybe between games of the day-night doubleheader. 2-2 pitch up and away, misses. That was not close. And it's 3-2.
Glad you clarified that about the wind blowing into the microphone, so I don't get yelled at for breathing into it.
Oh, do you get yelled at
sometimes.
for that sometimes? Yeah, that's not Matt Capps breathing heavy into the mic. Here's the 3-2. Just missed, and Henry Davis is going to challenge.
Previous speech was called about catcher challenging.
Pirates catcher Henry Davis challenges the 3-2 pitch. It's called ball 4, and it's a strike.
Always overturned. Pittsburgh had to challenge the mind.
And you can hear a lot of Pirate fans are here in Cleveland. They like that one. 1, 2, 3. Jones strikes out the side in order. On to the second. 0-0.
Coming off AL Player of the Week honors, where he hit over 400 with 3 homers, Bobby Witt Jr. was all gas, no brakes.
And grounded inside the bag and up the line. Played poorly off the sidewall by Carpenter. How far will Bobby go? And Vance Wilson is going to let him come to the plate. He is in there.
To say Bobby is on a tear is an understatement. His gap-to-gap power and that lightning speed have him among the major league leaders in hits, stolen bases, and WAR. He also just happens to be one of baseball's premier defensive players.
Goodness, that's why he's one of the best in the game.
That is how you win a Gold Glove in back-to-back seasons, and last year earned a Platinum Glove.
Baseball fans are bearing witness to something special.
He's their go-to guy in all situations, whether it's defensively, offensively, running the bases, complete player.
A primetime player in his prime.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
O'Hearn steps in for the Pirates. He's the designated hitter in Game 1. Lefty batter. .288 average with 16 dingers, 63 RBIs. He takes a breaking ball for a strike from the righty Gavin Williams, who allowed a 1-out hit to Brandon Lau. Struck out Brian Reynolds. Got 2 balls in the air. 0-0 in the second inning. And a fly ball. Right center field. And the right center field is the center fielder Khalil Watson. A couple of steps in front of the warning track to make the catch.
Did that one fool you?
It fooled me, and it looked as though Chase DeLauder was going to end up making the catch.
I mean, you mentioned the wind kind of swirling around in the ballpark here. I thought that was hit a lot better than it was. I don't know if the wind held it up or kind of pushed it back. The flags have been swirling around a little bit at one point to start the ball game. It was blowing out to right field. Now it looks like it's blowing out to center field, but the flags are all wrapped around the flagpoles.
Strike called on Nick Gonzalez. One of two Gonzaleses in the starting lineup. Jacob makes his first Pirate start since being acquired from the White Sox last week. Nick Gonzalez batting .308 with 4 homers and 43 RBIs. Swings and misses and sends the bat sailing into the third base Cleveland Guardians dugout. 0-2 count on Nick Gonzalez.
Yeah, that looked like a cutter down and away that kind of Nick got a little long with his swing and just lost the handle. I'm really surprised he's not getting a new bat there. I'm sure he's checking it, but I was watching it go over into the Guardians dugout and the handle hit the top of the dugout, that cement dugout.
Yeah, didn't crack it. Gonzalez's .308 average is third highest in the National League. Otto Lopez of the Marlins hitting .336, and Luis Arraez of the Giants at .328, and then Gonzalez, pitch taken high. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Nicky G with Tyler Callahan on deck. Guardians enter play winners of 4 straight. The Pirates have won 3 in a row. The 1-2 pitch. It's a fly ball to left field. Coming in, Stephen Kwan. And the left fielder for the Guardians makes the one-handed catch. 2 outs here in the second against Gavin Williams.
Williams got away with one right there. That was a hanging curveball, but the speed difference got Nick Gonzalez out on the front foot. Took the thump out of the swing right there. Maybe a little bit off the end of the bat. The hitters have to gear up for that plus velocity. Gavin Williams, upper 90s fastball. And then you get the curveball in at 83 miles an hour. It's hard to be on time.
Tyler Callahan fouls a pitch out of play. Lefty hitter starting at first base. 2 outs, 0-0, bottom of the second, nobody on. Callahan in his first season with Pittsburgh, .244 hitter, 3 homers, 15 driven in, and the pitch is way outside to the lefty batter. 1 ball and 1 strike on Callahan. He played the last 3 innings at second base on Sunday against the Brewers. The pitch from Williams is a fly ball, shallow right center field. Coming in is the center fielder, and the catch is not made. Khalil Watson making a diving attempt, had it in his glove, but as he laid out, the ball dribbles away, and Tyler Callahan on his horse into second base for the hustling double.
Yeah, great job by Callahan getting out of the box right there and not taking anything for granted. Off the bat, I thought this was going to be a lazy fly ball, and again, I think the wind is doing some things to the ball in the air out in the outfield. Watching the outfielders, Watson as well as DeLauder in right field, neither one of them was really in the top gear running towards that baseball until right at the very end. They both expected it to carry out to him a little bit farther.
Jacob Gonzalez got 1 at bat over the weekend in his debut with the Pirates. Lefty hitter takes a strike, activated for game 2 of the doubleheader on Saturday against Milwaukee. Pirates got him from the White Sox 7 days ago, along with lefty Brandon Eiser. They traded a compensatory pick. The 0-1 is a fly ball to deep right field. Gonzo says gone to right field. Jacob Gonzalez, in his first start in a Pirate uniform, launches his 3rd home run of the season. His first as a Bucco. It's 2-0 in the second inning. Clear the deck. A Jacob Gonzalez cannonball.
Absolute bomb, too, Brownie. That was not a cheap one at all. Jacob Gonzalez got a sweeper in the middle part of the plate, about belt high. And my goodness, that was a no-doubter.
A Sheets shot that travels 428 feet to right field. And now it's Henry Davis who lines this ball toward right field, and it's caught by DeLauder for the final out. Welcome to Pittsburgh, or Cleveland in this case, Gonzo. We go to the bottom of the second, 2-0.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to beat a judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
We got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of, it gets you, yeah. I don't know if I should tell the kids that they should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, Probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
A lot of steak, no vegetables.
No vegetables?
No vegetables.
No, is it straight protein?
Yeah.
Beer, and more beer. Hey, it's like Jenga.
Broken bat for Freeland. The ball to second. Corner boots it. Everybody's safe. Whatever superstition you have, you're employing it right now.
Not sure why that was Barger's ball, and he misjudged it.
He literally has a shirt that says "Dump Here." He's got a 62 shirt. That's pretty awesome. That's just impressive preparation.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
They say hitting is contagious. Maybe home runs are contagious. New Pirate Jacob Gonzalez joins the Lumber Company, Part 2, 2026. And in his first start as a Pirate, launches his third home run of the season. And it's 2-0. The first pitch is a strike to lefty batting first baseman Kyle Manzardo. 10 home runs for him, a .215 hitter. 30 RBI, swings and misses. Jared Jones struck out each of the 3 Guardians he faced in the bottom of the first inning. 0-2 count on Manzardo. Rhys Hoskins on deck for Cleveland. Jones with an 0-2. Up and away. Feeding these Guardians hitters a lot of heaters. He kind of kidded about that in his last start. The numbers being punched in were oftentimes fastballs and a swing and a miss. For the strikeout, he has struck out 4 straight to start his outing.
Well, that fastball is just exploding through the zone like it normally does with Jared Jones. But today he looks like he's got a little extra life. Last half of the distance to home plate, it looks like it's hitting another gear.
Here's Rhys Hoskins, his first year with Cleveland. A line drive foul, left field side off the high netting. Hoskins, 9 home runs with the Guardians, a .178 hitter, 31 runs driven in. He's the designated hitter today. We owe you a station break. We'll do it here in just a moment. 0-1 count. Jones has struck out each of the 4 Guardians he's faced so far. And there's strike 2, and now a challenge from Hoskins.
Previous piece was called a strike, batter challenging.
Tapped his helmet right away. And
always confirmed. Cleveland have 1 challenge remaining.
Bad challenge. Cleveland has just 1 challenge left. It caught the upper part of the zone and the very outside tip of the strike zone. So it's 0-2 on Hoskins. Jared Jones for the Pirates, the pitch. Up and away. We'll wait till this at bat concludes before we take a break, because he's trying to strike out the first 5. His outing here. Jared Jones, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch and a high pop-up left field. Reynolds coming in a little bit over toward the left field line, makes the catch. Now we step aside for station identification on the Pirates Baseball Network. Two up, 2 down, or 5 up, 5 down for Jones. 2-0 Pirates, bottom of the second. Here is the center fielder, another lefty batter, Khalil Watson, who's played in 23 games, hitting .221, 1 homer. He's knocked in 10, and he swings very late and misses.
Did you see that? That registered as a slider.
I just saw that.
99 miles an hour, and they said slider. That's got to be a misread.
There's a strike called. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a fastball. And it's 0-2. I'm not sure about that scoreboard reading. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. He was not messing around with Khalil Watson. Jared Jones has struck out 5 of the first 6, and the Pirates through 2 lead 2-0 in Cleveland. And the Pirates.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
2-0 Pirates. Leading off for the Bucks here in the third inning. Leadoff man Jake Mangum swung at the first pitch of the ball game and flied out to left. Gavin Williams delivers, and Mangum shows bunt, pulls back, and takes ball one. Mangum, Lau, Reynolds. A two-run blast from Jacob Gonzalez with 2 outs in the second inning in his first Pirate start, his second Bucco at bat, acquired from the White Sox. There's a chopper to the right side. First baseman will handle it and kind of has to hustle Manzardo, even though he's 3 steps away, because Mangum, that's all he does is hustle, sprinting down the line. He's retired, 1 out.
Yeah, a little bit of a chopper right there too. Not hit very hard, but Jake Mangum always puts his head down and forces the defense to make the play. What you'll see is it'll force errors from time to time. Just make the defenders understand they've got to be perfect to get that out. It's a fun brand of baseball to watch, and it's a good brand to play.
Here's Brandon Lau. Takes a strike. Singled in the first. 2-0 Pirates in the third inning. Third inning brought to you by the Iron Workers Local Union number 3. We don't go to the office, we build it. The 0-1 from Williams. Fouled back out of play. That home run by Jacob Gonzalez of the Pirates in the second inning was the 18th given up by Gavin Williams. 115 innings of work this year. Lau's hit 21 home runs on the campaign. Here is the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Williams. That brings up Brian Reynolds. Reminder, Pirates back home at PNC Park next Friday night. Yinzer-Palooza weekend kicks off against the Cubs. It'll conclude on Sunday the 26th, a week from tomorrow at 1:35, and all kids 14 and under will get a Daniel Tiger plush while supplies last, presented by Mrs. T's Pierogies. Go to pirates.com/Yinzer-Palooza. Reynolds tries to hold his swing, and on an appeal to the third base umpire, Alan Porter raised. A one-time Pirate himself out of East Carolina University. Here's the pitch. A little bit up. The East Carolina Pirates. For the first time he's faced the Pittsburgh Pirates. The 1-1 offering. Swing and a foul, just gets a piece of it. And also got a piece of the catcher Patrick Bailey, the former Giant, who was traded this season. In fact, was traded when the Pirates were playing San Francisco earlier this year.
Did that get the pitch com?
Apparently so. It knocked out the pitch com transmitter, looks like. So the catcher goes and gets a new one and attaches it to shin guard at the knee. He is ready as Reynolds steps back in. The count of 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and nobody on. Kevin Williams is ready. He delivers. Swing and a miss. Strikes out Reynolds. 1-2-3 go the Bucks. Head to the bottom of the 3rd in Cleveland. 2-0 Pittsburgh on the Pirates Baseball Network. Presented by Iron.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
1-0, crack to deep center field. Varsho going back as far as he can go, and Langoliers has a grand slam. 6-2 A's. Shea's 3rd home run of the series is a grand slam, and they have blown this game wide open, and in grand fashion.
Here is Gabriel Arias, 7th in the batting order. Arias, though he's batting only .239 for the season, is hitting .350 over his last 20 at-bats. 5 homers, 10 RBIs for the 3rd baseman, filling in admirably for Jose Ramirez. Chops this ball to the shortstop. Nice play. Jacob Gonzalez comes in and gets it on the short hop before he's caught in between and throws on to first to get Gabriel Arias.
Yeah, that was a really nice play right there. The ball chopped right in front of home plate, so the first step for the middle infielders is to come in and not necessarily a short hop. I don't think he quite got there.
You're right.
But nice job of fielding it, taking the palm through the baseball right there and throwing a strike across the infield on the run to get it. Arias.
Looking smooth. Jacob Gonzalez, his first opportunity at shortstop. Gonzalez, who homered in his first at bat this afternoon, his 2nd Pirate AB. Now Patrick Bailey, the switch-hitting veteran catcher, bats left-handed, hits a high fly ball to left, sending Reynolds back. And 3 steps shy of the warning track. He gloves it for a quick 2nd out.
26.
That's a 30 in a row retired now.
Wow.
By Jared Jones.
That's incredible. He's on a nice run right now. Had a, what'd you say, a clean inning, a perfect inning before his last start. Is that right? And then 6.
And the last batter he faced in the 3rd inning in Philadelphia. So he had a 1-2-3-4. Got the last out of the 3rd and a 1-2-3-4 in Philly. And showing bunt is Stephen Kwan. He takes a strike. Kwan, 6 for his last 19. For the year, 225 with 1 homer, 16 RBIs for the speedy lefty hitting Gold Glove outfielder Stephen Kwan. Fouls this ball back and it's 0-2. 4-time Gold Glover, 28-year-old Stephen Kwan. Oh, 0-2. Here's the pitch. And a base hit into left center field. That breaks the string. On an 0-2 pitch, Stephen Kwan singles. 30 straight batters had been retired by Jared Jones, going back to his 6th second. He retired the last 4 after a Bryce Harper double. So Kwan is the first hitter to reach against Jared Jones since Bryce Harper doubled in the 3rd inning on July the 2nd in the 3rd inning.
Just means it's time to start a new streak right here.
Travis Bazzana now takes strike 1. Top of the order. He struck out in the 1st. The pitch in the dirt.
Oh, that was a good piece of hitting, though, by Stephen Kwan right there. You mentioned 0-2 count. Jared Jones did a nice job getting ahead, getting into a pitcher's count, but the bread and butter there with the fastball and the fastball command that Jared Jones has had the last couple of weeks. Tried to climb the ladder, didn't get it quite as high as he wanted to, but Kwon did a really nice job of getting the foot down, staying short.
Previous pitch was called a ball. Catcher is challenging.
That's Roberto Ortiz as the pitch was called a ball, and another challenge from Henry Davis.
Ball is overturned. Pittsburgh has to challenge the line.
Another good challenge from Davis, who's 2 for 2. He called for a challenge at the end of the first inning. Chase DeLauder took what would have been ball 4. Instead, it was strike 3. And now the 1-2 pitch up and in, and Davis gets up quickly and looks like he wants to fire down toward first base. Kwon, great speed, 6 steals and 7 tries. Tyler Callahan holds him on at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first base. Pirates lead 2-0. Guardians batting in the third. Here's a line drive right field. Base hit. Got to get to it quickly. Esperlin Valdez lays it off the wall. Fires it toward the infield. A runner breaks for the plate. Here's the relay. It is not in time. Kwon scores from first, and the ball hit into the right field corner by Bazana, who winds up at third base. It's 2-1 Pirates.
98-mile-an-hour fastball right there from Jared Jones. Watching the replay right here, they were trying to go down and away, and this just center cut, middle. Bazana puts a good swing on it, hit it to the right part of the ballpark. Looked like Valdez was kind of playing over towards right center field, and this right down the right field line, and it hits the wall and kind of deadens, dies there in the warning track. Brandon Lau did everything he could once he got the relay throw, but Stephen Kwon just outran it right there. Get the first run across the board for the Guardians.
And a triple. Brian Rocchio takes high ball 1. Second triple of the season for Bazana. Here's the 1-0 chopper. And right by second base behind the bag, Gonzalez. That's Jacob Gonzalez throwing on to first to get Rocchio on the final out, but the Guardians are on the board, and through 3, it's 2-1 Pittsburgh on the Pirates base.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
See, Visa is a registered trademark of Visa International Service Association and used under license.
2-1 ball game. Bucks lead it now. Top of the 4th, Esperlin Valdez against Gavin Williams. He popped up his first time up. With Jared Jones, 30 in a row retired, going back to his previous couple of outings before Kwon broke his streak. In the bottom half of the 3rd inning, here's the pitch to Valdez. A little bit inside ball 1. That's the longest streak by a Pirates pitcher since Jim Bibby retired 32 straight between May 19th to the 24th back in 1981. Strike call. 1 ball, 1 strike on Valdez. Ryan O'Hearn, Nick Gonzalez follow. Of course, then the triple by Bazana, who got the Guardians on the board. Pitches high. 2-1 on Valdez. 10 home runs in 95 at-bats for this impressive rookie. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Comes up empty on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball from Gavin Williams.
And that's the spot to get him right there. That fastball elevated. If it's on the inner third, I think Valdez is going to struggle a little bit. But that breaking ball up, out, over, and the fastball up, out, over.
Called third strike, but a challenge again.
Previous speed was called a strike. Bauer is challenging.
Esmeralda Valdez does not think that was a strike. It's called strike 3. But he's good.
Call is overturned. Pirates have 2 challenges remaining.
It was high. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. On Esmeralda Valdez. Calls time. See if he can take advantage of that overturned ABS challenge. Instead of strike 3, he's still in there, and it's 3-2. He's back in the box. Payoff pitch. Called third strike. This time it gets him on the outside edge.
That was a really good-looking two-seam fastball from Williams, though. It started off the plate away. That good seam to it just clipped the bottom outside corner of that strike zone.
And now Ryan O'Hearn. O'Hearn flied out to Khalil Watson in right center field. 1 out, 4th inning. Pirates lead 2-1. Here's the pitch. A called strike. Outside corner, lefty batter. Last time the Bucks played the Guardians last year at PNC Park was April, and the Guardians swept the series at PNC Park. Here's the 0-1. Popped out of play left side. Last time the Pirates played here in Cleveland, end of August 2024, and the Guardians took 2 of 3. In fact, the Pirates have lost 8 of their last 10 to the Guardians. 26-31 overall. Swing and a miss. O'Hearn goes down swinging. 4 strikeouts in a row and 5 so far for Gavin Williams.
Now Williams has turned it on here. Last 2 outs of the 3rd inning and the first 2 outs here in the 4th inning, all coming via the strikeout. Looks like that he's found that command that he didn't quite have in the first couple of innings.
Here's Nick Gonzalez. Flied out to left field, his first at bat. He pops this one up to the right side, top deck here, behind the visiting dugout. Occupied by the Pirates. 0-1 count on the righty hitting Nick Gonzalez. Pirates third baseman. And a fly ball the other way. That's going to slice into the seats. The right fielder DeLauder took a few steps toward the line, but held up. So it was going to be well back. 0-2 the count on Nick Gonzalez. Talked to him today about playing with another Gonzo. Of course, his surname was spelled with an S at the end. Jacob Gonzalez with a Z at the end. 0-2 pitch. And a called third strike. And 1-2-3 go the Pirates via the strikeouts. 6 Ks for Williams. 5 strikeouts in a row for the starter.
Describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Chase DeLauder stepping in for the Guardians. The right fielder, lefty batter, struck out looking in the first and bounces this ball into left field past Nick Gonzalez, drawn in at third. And with the shortstop, Jacob Gonzalez, shaded over towards second, Cal Manzardo leads off, make that Chase DeLauder leads off with the base hit to left. Now Manzardo, who struck out, leading off the second.
It looks like after Jared Jones started the first 2 innings with 5 strikeouts out of the first 6, here the 3rd and 4th inning, the approach for the Guardians is almost like from the 0-0 count. They're just shortening up, taking 2-strike swings. There's a swing and a foul back right there. 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
Manzardo, strikeout victim in the second. Jared Jones at the belt. The 0-1, up and away.
The first 2 innings of this ballgame, Jared Jones was just overpowering this lineup. And then from Stephen Kwan, and then Bazana, Rocchio, and now Chase DeLauder, it just looks like they're shortening up, thinking about getting the barrel more direct to the baseball.
Swing and a miss, high fastball there. Manzardo, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Manzardo has been struggling lately. 2 for his last 25 at bats, including that strikeout in the second. Jones retired the first 8 batters he faced. Next offering up and away, 2-2. Pirates. Guardians bat home half the 4th inning. 89 degrees at game time. Sun is shining. Stretch. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And he struck him out with a breaking ball. Let's step aside for station identification on the Pirates Baseball Network. One out runner at first base for Cleveland. There's a longtime Philly and part-time with the Brewers last couple of years. His first season with Cleveland, Rhys Hoskins. Flied to left his first time up against Jones. Fouls this one back. That's just off to the left. Didn't realize we were going to get a chance to get a foul ball.
I thought you were going to make a play right there. The way you got up, you were
like we're going to.
That. I'm in.
I didn't realize that. I don't think we've had one here before. But I guess you can get them here. Good looking ballpark. Pitches a strike. 0-2. He's done a nice job. Opened in 1994.
You said that earlier. It's hard to believe that this ballpark is that old.
Pirates actually christened this ballpark in 1994. Right? Preseason game. 0-2. Stretched by Jones. Here's the pitch. Up. Now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Hoskins. Now 33 years old. Signed a minor league deal over the winter. 1 year, $1.5 million. Former 5th round pick of the Phillies. Jones sets, 1-2 pitch. A little bit off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It looked like Henry was thinking about challenging that one. Watching the replay there, fortunate that he did not.
Two and two. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. That's full count on Hoskins. A couple of monster years with the Phillies. I think his 34-homer, 96 RBI season of 2018. Missed all of 2023 with injuries. 3-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase up. A fastball, 98. 7 strikeouts for Jared Jones. 2 down in the 4th inning.
Swung a ball 4 right there. That was a fortunate mistake for the Pirates from Rhys Hoskins. 98 up and in. And again, when you've got the plus velocity like Jared Jones has, guys will have to cheat a little bit. Sometimes you get into swing mode, and it's exactly what it looked like happened with Rhys Hoskins there to get strike 3.
Khalil Watson fouls this pitch back out of play. He struck out in the second. 7 Ks for Jones. Struck out 8 Braves in his 6 perfect innings 10 days ago. And he'll be limited to about 5 innings, as you heard us talking to Don Kelly before the game. It's going to be it for probably the rest of the season for him. This ball's fouled back. Coming back from that internal brace surgery. And the UCL sprain, end of spring training a couple years ago, underwent that surgery in May of last year. Pitches in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Spring training of 2025 that ended early for him. Shut him down. And then he had that surgery on the ligament. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Pop up. And that's going to head out of play. Catcher Henry Davis took a few steps onto the grass outside the dirt circle, but it's back behind the third base dugout. Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com, from official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies. We've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Pirates, the official source for your Pirates gear. Still a ball and 2 strikes on Khalil Watson. Jones' next pitch. It's called a ball.
Previous speech was call a ball. Catcher is challenging.
Another challenge by Henry Davis. And on the ABS video, it's a ball.
Coach Pittsburgh have 1 challenge remaining.
Well, Davis was 2 for 2 before that one. The Pirates still have 1 challenge left, but the count. Well, Khalil Watson is 2-2. Jared Jones for Pittsburgh at the belt. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Bouncing ball right side. Second baseman Lau. The outfield grass. Throws a little sidearm and a little off the mark, but Callahan will backhand it at first base to retire the side. Through 4 innings.
During the offseason of 1888 to 1889, Spalding took a group of big leaguers on the first worldwide barnstorming tour.
This is Spalding.
Yes,
you look at the Spalding, you're like, wait a second. Now this is the backstory. Okay, this is great.
Stops included New Zealand, Italy, France, and even Egypt, where they played in front of the pyramids. Spalding's contributions to baseball history don't end there.
Do you know the story of Doubleday and the invention of baseball?
Please
tell us.
Enlighten us.
When a 71-year-old Cooperstown native came forward, baseball officially had a birthplace in Cooperstown.
If I'm in the presence of this baseball, does it give you powers to become a better baseball player?
I've been here 5 years and playing baseball through all of it. I don't think I've gotten better.
And whether it's the World Series or the wonders of the ancient world, there's no debating that baseball connects us all. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
This is going to be one of those games that you're going to have to fight the elements. Wow! And I don't think that'll be the last bat toss we see tonight.
I would imagine not. As he slid behind Neto, took out his legs, but Neto held onto the ball.
Check out what our cameras caught. That's right. Smacking himself in the face. He really likes to pump himself up and make himself angry.
Oh, he used the hat. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, take a bow. All right, absolutely.
Bursting with flavor, but still light. Icy Light Mango and Icy Light Berry. Bring the summer flavor rush.
Pirates up 2-1 now, going to the 5th inning here. And Tyler Callahan, who doubled in the 2nd inning. Khalil Watson came in, the center fielder, and tried to make a diving catch. The pitch from Gavin Williams, ball 1. Gavin Williams has struck out 5 straight Pirates, 6 overall today. Bucks, however, leading 2-1 thanks to Jacob Gonzalez's home run. He's on deck. Gavin Williams with a 1-0 and fouled out of play. Fifth inning is brought to you by the IBEW Local Union number 5. Here's the 1-1 to the lefty batter. Fouled back by Callahan. He continues to be impressive. Any role, he's played just about every position, including pitcher. He's appeared at that position, first base, second base, third, left, and right. The 1-2 offering. Swings and barely gets a piece of it, but stays alive. Now 16 of his 20 hits have come off righties, and he's 4 for 6 off lefties. This lefty batter, former Reds prospect, high. 2-2. Speaking of those Reds, we'll get to some out-of-town scores eventually. As always, presented by AHN, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates. 2-2 offering. A late decision to swing and miss, and it comes up empty on the sweeper. Caring for you through every win, every loss, and every moment in between, AHN. So now, the string of strikeouts has reached 6 in a row for Gavin Williams. And here's Jacob Gonzalez, who played 30 games with the White Sox, making his major league debut this year. A couple of homers, 17 RBIs. Lefty batting infielder. Here's the pitch. And hits this in the air, out of play off to the left. Rated as Baseball America's number 16 prospect in the White Sox system. Traded 1 week ago. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Sinking fastball. Williams on the brink of striking out his 7th consecutive batter. It's 0-2 on Jacob Gonzalez, the lefty batter. Gavin Williams with an 0-2 pitch. Swinging a foul straight back. Now 0-2. Here's the pitch. Line drive, base hit into right field for Jacob Gonzalez. 2 for 2.
Another loud contact right there. 103 miles an hour off the bat. Jacob Gonzalez. That home run we were talking about when he hit it, I mean, that was not a cheap one. He hammered that thing. This one, very similar, just not the same launch angle, but he'll take the single.
Talk about making an impression. The 24-year-old California native Jacob Gonzalez, his first start as a Pirate. Now Henry Davis takes a breaking ball for a strike. Jacob Gonzalez leads off first base. Davis lined out to right field his first time up. Gavin Williams delivers in a pitch fouled off at the plate. Jacob Gonzalez, by the way, was the first-round pick of the White Sox just 3 years ago at Ole Miss. Home plate umpire Roberto Ortiz buying Patrick Bailey, the catcher for the Guardians, a little bit of time. That ball came off his body and ready to go again. 0-2 the count. On Pirates catcher Henry Davis. Bucks leading 2-1. Batting in the 5th inning with 1 out. 0-2 pitch. Called third strike, and Henry Davis kind of jerks his shoulder looking at the home plate umpire Roberto Ortiz, but he's already burned one challenge and doesn't want to burn another.
Yeah, I was just about to say, well, wait, look at the replay right here. Maybe it clipped the very top of that strike zone right there on the screen we have on our monitor. But that's one thing we've seen is with the challenge, once the team loses one, they're very hesitant to challenge again.
And now Jake Mangum slaps one toward left field, and Kwan, the left fielder to his right, moves over to make the catch. We're at the halfway mark in Cleveland. Game 1 of the day night doubleheader. 2-1 Buccos on the Pirates.
Now Chico to the belt. Checks the runners. Belliard trying to hold Ramirez close. And what happened?
A wild pitch. That one goes into the seats. All right, in unison, just a little outside.
Sometimes you come to a baseball game and you see something you've never seen before. I guarantee you will see that again. and again. And again.
Line drive down the right field line. It's going to drop and score 2.
Keith is home. Green right behind him. Torque over to third. Throw to second. Not in time. Kevin McGonigal, first Major League at-bat, is a 2-run double, and the Tigers take a 3-0 lead in the first.
Welcome to the big leagues, Kevin McGonigal.
Sixth pitch of the at-bat. Down the right field line in the corner. Off the top of the wall. Another extra base hit for McGonigal. Throw to second. Not in time. First 2 Major League at-bats. 2 doubles for Kevin McGonigal. How about Kevin McGonigal?
Boy, he's showing how quick he is on those inside pitches.
He's already at 60 in the third. Works the count even. Cues it off the end of the bat. That's going to be a tough play for Bogaerts, and not in time.
I don't know if it's surprised is the right word, because McGonigal runs well, but he gets down that line really quick.
Pirates lead 2-1, 5th inning, bottom half now, and Gabriel Arias bounced to shortstop Jacob Gonzalez against Jared Jones, leads off, and Carmen Majinski starts to walk around the mound in the bullpen. Pitches a strike, so it looks as though Majinski will follow Jared Jones, who's right now at the 57 pitch mark, and Pirates hoping to get him through 5 innings. Here's the 0-1 to Arias. Down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. We talked about how they pushed Jared Jones in his 6 perfect innings at PNC Park 10 days ago, 77 pitches. This ball's fouled off to the right by Arias. Patrick Bailey on deck, then Stephen Kwan, bottom third of the order. Jared Jones set down the first 8 Guardians he faced, 5 via the strikeout. Gave up the run on back-to-back hits in the third. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Arias. The pitch, swing and a foul, he barely gets a piece. It stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jones delivers, swing and a miss, struck him out. Another high fastball.
Yep, doing what he does right there, 98 miles an hour.
Boy, 8 Ks for Jones.
Set it up with a couple of sliders, 2 pitches before it. Did a nice job of slowing down Arias right there, and then a 98 up and in. He just can't catch up to it.
There's Patrick Bailey, switch hitting catcher on the left side. Grounds this ball to second. Up with it Lau. And throws on to first. 2 outs. Bring up Stephen Kwan. Tuesday's Mega Millions jackpot now has an estimated annuity of $707 million. $707 million. So don't forget to play at your local retailer or online. Pennsylvania Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians every day. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Stephen Kwan singled on an 0-2 pitch with 2 outs in the third. Takes a fastball high off the mitt. Catcher Henry Davis goes back to the backstop.
Boy, the scoreboard operator is really struggling with these pitches. Are you seeing this too? Or?
No, I'm not watching anymore. I decided.
The strikeout registered as a slider. Oh. And then that one right there, 98, registered as a changeup.
Wow. But, maybe fooling, trying to fool everybody.
Yeah.
1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Outside to Kwan, the lefty batter, who has drawn 46 walks and struck out just 36 times. The 28-year-old from Los Gatos, California. Guardians drafted him in the 5th round in 2018, or I should say the Indians back then, out of Oregon State. Strike. It's 2 balls and a strike. With 2 outs and nobody on. Speaking of the Indians, the Pirates' AAA affiliate, the Indianapolis Indians, playing at Columbus. And pitch taken for a ball. 3-1 now on Stephen Kwan. And that's Jose Urquidy on the mound, the veteran for AAA Indianapolis. The Indians He's given up 1 run in 3 innings. He's pitched very well lately. There's a strike called as Kwan was thinking about trying to toss his bat over toward his third base dugout, but waited and disappointed to hear a strike called from Roberto Ortiz. Now it's 3-2. Jones with a payoff pitch. That's high. First walk for Jared Jones and a 2-out base runner.
Now batting for Cleveland, the leadoff hitter, second baseman number 37, Travis Bazzana.
There's Travis Bazzana, who tripled home Kwan in the 3rd inning. Jones, the pitch. Outside ball 1.
That's back-to-back sliders right there. The full count slider to Kwan and now 0-0 to Bazzana that have backed up on Jared Jones. About to throw a 70th pitch of the day.
Well, that's down low. That was not close. We could hear Jones bark his frustration. Brzezinski has not started to throw yet. There's some pacing going along in that bullpen. Time called, Henry Davis goes out to talk to Jared Jones. Pirates are leading 2-1.
Well, we may see some double barrel action going on out there if Jones can't get Bazzana for the 3rd out here in the 5th inning. My guess is they're going to try to save Carmen Brzezinski for a clean inning for him to start the inning. So if Jared gets into a little more trouble here, maybe bring somebody in. But the flip side of that, playing 2 ball games today, I'm going to try to use as few guys as you have to.
Roberto Ortiz went out, the umpire, to break up the conversation. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner at first base, Kwan. Pirates lead 2-1, 2 outs, 5th inning. Jared Jones for Pittsburgh at the belt. And a dance over at first base by Kwan. Thought about him wanting to go, and Jones recognizes it, throws over to Callahan, the first baseman. Kwan gets back. Jones sets again. Here's the 2-0. A little bit up. 3 balls, no strikes. Ryan Rocchio is the on-deck hitter. 2-1 Pirates, 5th inning. Cleveland batting. A 3-0 count. Jones at the belt. Here's the pitch. A strike call. Fastball there at 96 miles an hour. Jones sets again, delivers a 3-1 offering. That's a strike. Drop down a slider, 3-2. For every strikeout by Pirates pitchers this month of July, Coppers donates $25 to Blood Cancer United. Big payoff pitch coming here from Jared Jones to Bazzana, and he steps off the rubber. Steps back and picks up the rosin bag behind the mound. He's back up on the rubber, 3-2 at the belt. Payoff pitch coming. Called, 3rd strike. What a pitch. A called 3rd strike ends.
During the offseason of 1888 to 1889, Spalding took a group of big leaguers on the first worldwide barnstorming tour.
This is Spalding.
Yes,
you look at the Spalding, you're like, wait a second, now this is the backstory. Okay, this is great.
Stops included New Zealand, Italy, France, and even Egypt, where they played in front of the pyramids. Spalding's contributions to baseball history don't end there.
Do you know the story of Doubleday and the invention of baseball?
Please
tell us.
Enlighten us.
When a 71-year-old Cooperstown native came forward, baseball officially had a birthplace in Cooperstown.
If I'm in the presence of this baseball, does it give you powers to become a better baseball player?
I've been here 5 years and playing baseball through all of it. I don't think I've gotten better.
And whether it's the World Series or the wonders of the ancient world, there's no debating that baseball connects us all. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change's way of reminding you it's good to steal if you're a Pirate. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, proud partner of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Pirates are leading by 1 run, and here in the 6th inning, it's Brandon Lau, who singled in the first, struck out in the 3rd. Against Gavin Williams, he's punched out 8. First pitch, strike called. Jared Jones has struck out 9 in 5 innings. And what a pitch, that breaking ball to Bizana that ended the bottom of the 5th inning.
That was a great at bat for Jared Jones right there. Fell behind 3-0. There's a backdoor breaking ball. 0-2 count here to Brandon Lau. But fell behind Bizana 3-0 and then got back into the count 3-1 with a fastball, and then back-to-back breaking balls that found the strike zone.
Lau, Reynolds, Valdez in this 6th inning. 0-2 pitch up high. 6th inning of today's game brought to you by the operating engineers of Local 66. It's Lau, Reynolds, and Valdez against Gavin Williams. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He chases a high fastball, and that is strikeout number 9 for Gavin Williams. Williams twice this season has struck out 11 batters, including his last start before the break against the Twins in his 7 innings. Here's Brian Reynolds. He has struck him out twice. And now Carmen Majinski will start to throw in the Pirates' pen. Count 0-1 on Brian Reynolds. The first pitch, curveball fouled off. Got a piece of the catcher Patrick Bailey. Now Roberto Ortiz, the home plate umpire, calls for some new baseballs. By the catcher a little bit even more time. Reynolds struck out in the first swinging, struck out swinging in the 3rd. 0-1 count. The pitch. Checks. Appeal. Nope. Third base umpire Alan Porter raises the fist. Strike 2. Now Reynolds calls his timeout. Check out the Pirates military discount. All active duty, reserve, veteran, and retired service members and their families can save big on Bucco tickets at PNC Park. Offer available at the PNC Park ticket windows with proper ID or online at pirates.com/military. The 0-2. There's a bouncing ball into center field, a base hit for Brian Reynolds.
Well, it sounded like a broken bat right there, but a base hit nonetheless. And Brian Reynolds against Gavin Williams. You mentioned Brownie struck out his first 2 at bats. Doesn't look like he sees the ball very well coming out of the hand of Williams. Check swing 2 pitches before. Just doesn't look like he's recognizing the baseball. But nice to see him thinking big part of the field up the middle.
Merlin Valdez fouls this pitch back out of play. Good swing on that one. He's popped up and struck out looking. A 2-run homer for new Pirate Jacob Gonzalez in the 2nd inning. The Pirates a 2-0 lead. Cleveland scored a run in the 3rd. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball fouled back, and it's 0-2.
That one hung up a little bit. Valdez would like to have that one back.
Williams ahead of the count 0-2 on the rookie. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air to right. Going back to the wall. Approaching the wall. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming. It's magical. Esmerlin Valdez hits his 11th home run. Pirates take a 4-1 lead in the 6th inning. What an amazing run from the rookie Valdez.
He's just so strong, Brownie. I mean, he backspun that baseball so well off the bat. Maybe got a little bit of help, the wind blowing out to right field, but we've seen him do this before. This is not a bad pitch. Two-seam fastball down at the bottom of the zone at 98 miles an hour, but he's able to go down and get to it and backspin the ball and just get the carry and the life to leave the ballpark. Impressive.
Another Sheets shot for Esmerlin Valdez. Unbelievable. 97 at-bats, 11 homers, 29 RBIs. And now a high fly ball off the bat of O'Hearn. It'll travel into the seats right side. It's 1 ball, 1 strike on Ryan O'Hearn. He is 0 for 2. My goodness. Pitch is taken for a ball. He came in with 15 July RBIs, 3rd most in all of Major League Baseball this month. Add 2 more to the list. For the magician, Esmerlin Valdez. This ball's fouled off, 2-2. He's hit safely now in 17 of his last 20 games. 16 extra base hits during that stretch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to O'Hearn. Half swing and a miss. That's 10 punch outs for Gavin Williams. 2 away.
Now batting.
Now Nick Gonzalez. Nick Gonzalez has flied out and struck out. It's this in the air to right center. Over is Watson to the track, approaching the wall, and this one's Gonzo. The other Gonzalez, spell it with an S. Over the right center field fence, his 5th. Pirates take a 5-1 lead here in Cleveland. Nicky G clears the deck.
I love it. Nick Gonzalez not waiting around right there. The first pitch he can put a good swing on, and he doesn't try to do too much. You know, we were talking about Gavin Williams going downhill, having good angle and good two-seam fastball, but Nick Gonzalez staying on it, and his mindset of staying on that right there, when he gets the first pitch breaking ball, he's able to drive it to the big part of the field. He's plenty strong enough to leave any ballpark to the opposite side. Shows that right there. Just a little short of the bullpens over the right center field wall. That was beautiful.
Tyler Callahan swings and misses. The 0-1 fouled off. Gonna go out on a limb here and say it's the first time in Pirates history that 2 Gonzalez's homer in the same game.
Oh, there you go.
How about that? Jacob and Nick Gonzalez, along with Esmerlin Valdez, have homered here to give the Pirates a 5-1 lead in this ball game. 2 outs in the 6th inning. An 0-2 count on Callahan in the pitch. Up and away. It's the 17th time this year the Pirates have homered at least 3 times in a ball game. Tied with the White Sox for the 3rd most in the majors is fouled back. In terms of hitting 3 or more homers in a game. The Yankees have done it 20 times, the Astros 18, and now the Pirates and the White Sox 17 times. 1-2 pitch. Fouled out of play by Callahan. Station ID time on the Pirates Baseball Network. The 1-2 pitch to Callahan is up and away, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now bullpen action for the Cleveland Guardians.
Looks like they have Matt Festa up going. Righty.
Pitches down in the dirt. They only have 1 lefty. in their pen. Eric Sabrowski, 3-2. That could be helpful to the Pirates. 3-2 count now on Callahan. The pitch. Swing and a foul tip for the strikeout. That's 11 for Williams, but the Pirates hit 2 home runs in the inning off of him. The Magician goes deep. A 2-run homer to right. Nicky G hits his 5th over the center field fence. And after 5.5 in Cleveland, 5-1 Pittsburgh on the Pirates Baseball Network, presented by Iron City.
How does one of baseball's most celebrated plays connect to one of baseball's most notorious curses? Through a cross-country move, an earthquake, and the Men of Steel? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
But let me touch it for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals, and they'd be too expensive again to maintain, would put them into financial ruin.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these, though.
So these are Ty Cobb's
And these
cleats.
are Ty Cobb's.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes it special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another. Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Pirates have a 5-1 lead now going to the bottom of the 6th inning. And Jared Jones gives way to Carmen Mlodzinski.
Carmen coming on. He's got the good fastball. His off-speed has been really solid. One of the top off-speed run values in all of Major League Baseball. He's really found good command and use for that split-finger fastball as well this year.
Got a debate with Don Kelly and the home plate umpire Roberto Ortiz, I think, in terms of maybe how many pitches, warm-ups, Mlodzinski was being allowed as the clock started to run out. Not sure. But Don Kelly went out and met Ortiz on the grass outside the dirt circle. Well, ready to go now is Brian Rocchio, who was 0 for 2 against Jones, facing Mlodzinski in the pitch, and he shows bunt, takes a strike.
And there's that first pitch split. It's been a good pitch for Carmen. Got the cutter and the slider to go with it.
1 to Rocchio is a fly ball. Left center field, Mangum and Reynolds coming in, and it's Mangum that calls off Reynolds in shallow left center for the out.
Now batting for Cleveland, right fielder number 24, Chase DeLauder.
There's Chase DeLauder. 1 of 3 hits off Jones. What a game for Jones. 1 run, 3 hits, 5 innings, 1 walk, struck out 9. DeLauder led off the 4th inning with an opposite field ground single to left. Jerry Jones went the 5 innings on 74 pitches, 48 for strikes. This splitter is ball 1 to the lefty batting right fielder Chase DeLauder. Mlodzinski with the 1-0. This is low. The breaking ball there. Mlodzinski last pitch, game 1 of that doubleheader against the Brewers last Saturday. His ball's fouled off. Picked up his 6th win, gave up a run over 3 innings against the Brew Crew. Last 7 games, giving up 1 run in 18 innings. Carmen Majinski's pitch, breaking ball fouled off. It's 2-2. Five runs, 7 hits for the Bucks. 1 run, 3 hits for the Cleveland Guardians. Game 1 of a day-night doubleheader. Here's the pitch. Reaches out, bounces it left side. Third baseman Nick Gonzalez has it, throws on to first, and gets DeLauder for the second out.
Nice job by Nicky G right there, coming across and coming in to get that, kind of playing on an angle, not playing laterally over at third base. It's good defense. Nick Gonzalez, the only one that had a play right there. Jacob Gonzalez playing over towards the second base bag with a left-handed hitting DeLauder. If Nicky G couldn't come cut that off, that's an infield base hit.
Kyle Manzardo, another lefty batter, takes a ball. Yinzer Palooza weekend kicks off Friday at PNC Park. Presented by Mrs. T's Pierogies, celebrating all things we love about Pittsburgh. Go to pirates.com/Yinzer Palooza. Against the Cubbies. Here's the pitch. Just outside. 3 with the Cubs, 3 with the Diamondbacks. That'll be a 6:40 Saturday night game, by the way. We switched to 6:40 games on Saturdays next week. 2-0 pitch. Called strike on a check swing. Manzardo struck out twice against Jones. Two balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, tied him up.
That's a good looking slider right there. Came in at 92 miles an hour.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Carmen Majinski for Pittsburgh. He delivers to Manzardo. And fouled off, barely gets a piece of it. Jerry Jones went 5 innings and retired. The first 8 he faced. And going back to his 2 previous outings combined, set down 30 consecutive batters over 3 appearances. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a 1-hop smash. Dropped initially by Lau on the edge of the outfield grass, but he recovers easily and throws on to first. For the 1-2-3 bottom of the 6th inning for Carmen Majinski, and on to
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Baker gathers it in, and the AL in a shutout. The American League has now claimed 11 of the last 13 All-Star games.
Vargas sends one deep to left, and a no doubt about it, Vargas' second deck bomb.
His father was an absolute stud in Cuba, and now he just homered in the All-Star game.
Paez grounds one towards the middle. Backhand stab by Clement. Heaves a throw and gets him. Wow. Ernie Clement, who's known more for his bat, shows off the glove right here, John. What a play. And the American League has pitched the first shutout in the All-Star game in 13 years. Tough night for the National League hitters. That's the 15th strikeout. 2-run single, Cody Bellinger. And the American League gets to Sanchez here in the first.
Cody Bellinger, the Ted Williams MVP. There you go, Cody. Congrats. Enjoy it.
Time for the great mascot race. Ready? Go. And they're off. They're neck and neck. Look at them go. It's a wild crowd. It's the home stretch. It's too close to call. It's the play at the plate. It's the Oriole Bird. Congratulations. You won the great mascot race.
Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Pirates have a 5-1 lead. New pitcher for Cleveland is Matt Festa.
Festa's 2-2 with a 3.99 ERA. He's thrown 38 in the 3rd innings this year for the Guardians. He's got a 4-seam fastball, also has a 2-seam fastball. Doesn't throw it a whole lot, but go to a sweeper 42% of the time. He's got a cut fastball to go along with it.
First pitch to Jacob Gonzalez is a strike. In his first start as a Pirate, Jacob Gonzalez has homered and singled. Lefty batter, shortstop, Henry Davis on deck. The pitch pops this one up, foul. And back behind home plate goes Patrick Bailey. And to the backstop he goes, but it's out of play. Jacob Gonzalez's home run with 2 outs in the second inning, and a man aboard gave the Pirates a 2-0 lead. His third overall as he hit 2 with the White Sox before the trade. 0-2 pitch, up and away. Good chance we're going to see a lot of platooning with him facing righty pitchers and Jerry Triolo facing lefties. 1-2 strike pitch. Bouncing ball foul between the first base bag and maybe just behind Tarek Brock, the Pirates' first base coach. Another 1-2 pitch. Upstairs. Check out the Pirates' Great Taste ticket presented by Miller Lite. Tickets standing room only, include loaded value, so you can enjoy your first drink on the night on us. Offer available online at pirates.com/great taste. Ball bounced weakly to second. It'll be a 4-3 putout. Lozana to Manzardo, retires Gonzalez. 1 out. And again, you hear that wind kicking up. Not Matt Capps, but that wind. It was 89 degrees at game time. Here's Henry Davis. He has lined to right and struck out looking. Matt Festa delivers a little bit inside.
It looks like that rain we were expecting this afternoon is pushing back.
Ooh, that's really good news.
I was just looking at the radar. I think we're still going to get some.
Oh,
but
it's not good news. It's a swing and a miss.
Maybe not as close to the end of this ball game.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah.
Next pitch swung on a miss. 1-2 strikes. I don't know that we see some bands coming in from like Flint, London, Ontario. There's a swing and miss for the strikeout. Not certain it'll hit us, but no worries. We don't look that far ahead in this game as Jake Mangum comes to the plate. Just think about inning to inning, batter to batter. It's kind of how we approach life.
That's right. One day at a time.
One batter at a time. One pitch at a time. Put one foot in front of the other. Jake Mangum takes high, ball 1, and that's why we've talked about not giving up on the National League Central Division as the Brewers were coming to town. And people laughed at the suggestion, but talk to the Guardians about thinking they're out of a division race. What they did last year, 1-0 pitch, taken for a strike. They erased a 15.5 game deficit. They were 11 back in the American League Central in September, and they passed the Detroit Tigers on the last day of last season. 1-1 strike pitch to Mangum. Swing and a miss. Pirates start the day 10 back of Milwaukee. The Cubs 6 back in the division. Cardinals 8.5. The Bucks only a game and a half out of a wild card. That's the safety net. The wild card. 1-2 strikes the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul tip, chased upstairs for the strikeout. 1-2-3 for Matt Festa. Heading to the bottom half of the 7th inning in Cleveland. It is
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. The Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and drive in a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one head for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the third straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz, hot shot, and he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, did you see that? I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
And bottom half of the 7th inning as Rhys Hoskins stepping to the plate against Carmen Mlodzinski, who set down the side 1-2-3 in the 6th inning. Bucks up 5-1. Game 1 of the doubleheader. First to 3 with Cleveland. Mlodzinski follows Jerry Jones. Pitch over for a strike. Hoskins flied out and struck out against the Pirates starter. He will be followed by Khalil Watson and Gabriel Arias. 0-1 count. Mlodzinski with the pitch. Swinging a pop foul back and out of play above our broadcast booth. Oh, 2 on Hoskins. Mlodzinski for the Pirates. With the pitch. Breaking ball down and away. Mlodzinski's sweeper has more of the glove side break this year. Breaking away from right-hand hitters. Pitch is up and in.
Would you say that's more horizontal than
yes. 8.1 inches to 12.1 this year. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And a line drive base hit to left field. He hit that sweeper into left. He doesn't run well. So Hoskins settles for a single, even though it took a while for Reynolds to get down to that line. It's a leadoff hit for Hoskins.
Well, you mentioned Hoskins a couple of years ago when he was with Philly. He had a couple of pretty serious injuries. One of them, if memory serves me, was an ACL, I believe. So it makes sense not getting out of the box all that well down the line. Nice to have him at first base, keep that double play in order.
Batter Khalil Watson takes a pitch up and away. Watson has struck out and grounded out. They've had some late rallies, these Guardians. Never out of it. They've got an outstanding bullpen that keeps them in games. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Third baseman Nick Gonzalez in on the grass. And the shortstop Jacob Gonzalez playing almost directly behind second base. Just maybe a step before he would cross that imaginary line deep the edge of the outfield grass. Time called. Henry Davis goes out to talk to Mlodzinski. Remember, part of Yinzer Palooza weekend, which kicks off on Friday night, includes the middle game of the series a week from tonight. 6:40 first pitch. First 20,000 fans are going to get a Dr. Robbie bobblehead presented by Mrs. T's Pierogies. It's celebrating the Pittsburgh-based Emmy Award-winning medical drama The Pit. The Dr. Robbie bobbleheads given away next Saturday. Get your tickets at pirates.com/YinzerPalooza. Henry Davis back behind the dish. Stretched by Mlodzinski. 1-0 offering. Swing and a miss. The splitter. This is the 23-year-old from Chase City, Virginia, Khalil Watson. He takes strike 2. Watson, a first-round pick out of Wake Forest 5 years ago. Center fielder, stretched by Majinski. 1-2 pitch to Watson. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a splitter in the dirt.
There's that split again. That's been a great addition for Carmen Majinski. Started to throw it a little bit last year, but really perfected it this offseason coming into spring training. And how he's able to deploy it, it's been impressive how he's really been able to command that pitch. We've seen him throw it for strikes, drop it into the strike zone from time to time, but also be real effective when it gets down below the zone like that one right there to Watson.
There's a swing and a miss. Gabriel Arias has grounded out and struck out. Came in one of the hotter hitters in the league. Goes 2 at-bats against Jared Jones, now facing Majinski with a runner at first, 1 out. Pirates have a 5-1 lead. Pitch in there for strike 2. Fastball from Majinski. For each inning he pitches, he's very likely to get a day off per inning. That's how they deployed him last year. The pitch down low. Remember, he was a starter at the beginning of last year and went down to AAA with the Indianapolis Indians. Pitched a little bit there. He came back up as a reliever. Pitched multiple innings in his outings and was rested pretty much 1 inning per day. There's a swing and a miss. The runner goes. A little delay, but a stolen base for Hoskins. A rare steal for Hoskins after the strikeout of Gabriel Arias, 2 down.
Now Hoskins got a walking lead right there off Carmen Majinski. And another split finger fastball, not the best pitch to catch and throw for Henry Davis, but not a great throw from Henry Davis. It looked like he couldn't get a grip on the baseball. Long hop on the shortstop side of the bag for Brandon Lau.
Hoskins' first steal of the season, swiped 2 bags with the Brewers last year. Here's the pitch. This is for a ball to Patrick Bailey. Bailey hitting .183 with 3 homers, 15 runs batted in. Majinski sets and delivers. There's a line drive caught by the first baseman. Callahan reaches out that big glove and snatches it out of the air before it can get past him for extra bases. Through 7 innings.
2 down for Matt Olson. Nelson looking for a 1-2-3 top of the first. Matt Olson drives it out to center. Thomas is back. Is it above the yellow line? It is, and it's a solo homer for Matt Olson to get the party started in the desert on this Thursday night.
Again, where do you want this pitch? You want it in the bottom half of the zone. That's where that 4-seam fastball was. That allows Matt Olson to get the barrel to it, and he smoked it.
So Atlanta with a 1-0 lead.
Oppo Taco.
I'm going to guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a...
Yeah, home run to the opposite field. You got it.
This is a good one, a hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack, you know, someone that's just mailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
Shattered bat, and it catches Tommy Lasorda. He pops right back up, and he's all right.
Tommy's saying, I'm all right. Of course I'm all right.
His score, you throw out the lowest and the highest, he gets a 9-8 for this.
Why do I keep thinking Humpty Dumpty here? Had a great fall.
Look at this. They're going to bring him, what, a jacket?
No, it's a chest protector.
A chest protector.
Challenge? Find your future with us at IUOE66.org.
Here now, going to the 8th inning, Brandon Lau facing Matt Festa. Pirates have a 5-1 lead. Lau has singled and struck out twice. First at bat against the reliever Festa. Takes high. It's Lau, Reynolds, and Valdez. Hawks have out hit the Guardians 7-4, and 3 of the 7 Pirate hits have left the yard. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. The Pirates offense, quite a story. All the home runs. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch, up and away. This guy here himself with 21 home runs. Two balls and a strike. The pitch popped up out of play off to the left. Pirates already surpassed last year's home run total, doing it before the break. The 2-2 offering up high.
That's pretty incredible, actually.
If you look back, the teams, there's a ball hit into right field, a base hit, might have broken his bat, but Lau's second hit of the afternoon into right field. He is 2 for 4, and he leads off the 8th inning with a base hit, brings up Brian Reynolds.
Both of his base hits in this ball game. The first one in the first inning. This one right here, fastball's up at the top of the zone, but Brandon Lau does a really nice job of getting on top of the baseball and not popping it up, hitting line drives into the outfield.
Reynolds singled on an 0-2 pitch in the 6th aboard when Valdez homered. Matt Festa delivers, pitches away for a ball. You're going back to 1977, and only a handful of times that a National League club has surpassed its home run total from the previous year before the All-Star break. Here's the 1-0. And a line drive toward right center field. That gets down for a base hit. Into third goes Lau, and Reynolds is headed to second. Nobody there at the bag, so he's into second with a double. Second and third, nobody out.
That was heads-up base running from Brian Reynolds right there. The right fielder, Chase DeLauder, did a nice job of going and getting that and not letting it get past him and get into the warning track. And both middle infielders for the Guardians were out in the outfield grass, and Brian Reynolds recognized it, went on into second base. The throw came in. I couldn't tell who it came into, the second baseman or the shortstop there, but then it kind of became a foot race to the bag. But if there's somebody on second base, Brian Reynolds is still at first.
There's a strike called, an appeal. They checked the swing first.
You want to challenge the pitch? Previous pitch was called a strike, Bauer challenging.
You could hear the home plate umpire Roberto Ortiz ask Valdez, do you want to challenge? He said yes. That's after they checked with the first base umpire on the appeal.
Oh, it's overturned.
And the swing, and it is overturned. So Valdez again gets the call right.
You got out of 2 strikes right there.
Yeah, 1-0 pitch. Here's a strike to even the count. Valdez homered on an 0-2 pitch. Already 11 home runs, and this is 29th game in the major leagues. The 1-1, and the infield is back. Pitch is up. Stephen Vogt just looking to get outs now. His team down 5-1 in the 8th inning of game 1 of a doubleheader. Here's the pitch. Gets away, heading to the backstop. Lau will score off the mid of the catcher Bailey. 6-1 Pirates. Reynolds to third.
That's going to be a pass ball right there. That's one that, especially a catcher that's regarded like Patrick Bailey is behind the plate. Looked like a fastball that was yanked just a little bit. Bailey was set up inside, but easily a catchable ball.
Yeah, that will change. In words of the former Pirate general manager, Sid Thrift, they called it a wild pitch. Strike is called on Valdez. Now the infield shortens up. Pirates leading 6-1. Reynolds at third. Valdez a 3-2 count. Festa for Cleveland. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Let's step aside for station identification on the Pirates Baseball Network. Stephen Vogt going to come out and make a pitching change. The manager of Cleveland Guardians, with his team trailing.
Bryce Matthews, who struck out looking his first time up. Matthews getting the start in left field tonight. Matthews hits it in the air pretty well to center. Going back on it is Rafaela at the wall, looking up. See you later! Bryce Matthews with his first long ball of the year, right by the Phillips 66 home run pump, and the Astros lead 4-0. That went 434 feet just to the left of straightaway center, and it was 111 miles an hour off Matthews' bat.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
In his 7 appearances so far. So with the lefty coming up, Ryan O'Hearn, you may be going, why are we making a change here? And the Guardians going to another righty. Hoyer's been really good against left-handed hitters. They're 3 for 18. That's a 167 batting average against this year in the big leagues. He's got a fastball, slider, and he's got a really good changeup that he'll throw about 25% of the time. So that changeup we're going to see play against the lefties.
Again, the infield in. O'Hearn at the plate takes ball 1. Hoyer's first year with Cleveland. Last year pitched for both the Texas Rangers and the Detroit Tigers briefly. He's twice come back from elbow surgery in his career. And a high fly ball to right field, plenty deep. Headed back to the track and underneath it to make the catch. DeLauder, sac fly. Scores Reynolds. It's 7-1 as O'Hearn delivers his 64th RBI of the season.
Had a job to do right there. Just get the ball in the air in the outfield. Decent speed at third base and Brian Reynolds. And that one plenty deep enough to score Brian from third base. That's a professional at bat right there from Ryan O'Hearn.
Ryan O'Hearn, starring in the movie released recently, The Professional. Here's the pitch. High, ball 1. Nick Gonzalez homered in the 6th. Executive producer Kevin Young. 1 ball, no strikes pitch. Strike called on Nicky G. Homered over the center field wall in the 6th inning. Valdez also homered in that 6th frame. And Jacob Gonzalez hit his first Pirate home run in his first at bat in the 6th. This ball's line foul in the 2nd inning. We're now in the 8th inning with the Pirates leading 7-1 and leading by 6 runs. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Nick Gonzalez. Cody Hoyer with the pitch. Bounces past everybody to the backstop. Well, he's got a weird kind of slingshot delivery, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. His arm swing going back, it kind of stabs out towards second base, but it's up above his shoulder. Don't see a whole lot of arm swing when he separates his hands to go down.
Next offering is outside. Came to the big leagues with the White Sox 6 years ago. Did Cody Hoyer. The pitch, and it's off the glove of the pitcher, rolls behind him, picks it up and throws late and throws past first, but Nick Gonzalez won't go anywhere. The ball deflects off the netting, off the railing by the dugout, and it'll be a hit for Gonzalez, his 2nd hit. He's at first for Tyler Callahan.
And he got a fastball up, hit a line drive right up the middle, and fortunate that Hoyer was able to get his glove on it because Travis Bazzana was played perfectly right there, where if that had gotten by the pitcher, Probably would have been a one-hopper to the second baseman for the Guardians.
Stephen Vogt, pitching coach Carl Willis, one of the trainers coming out to check on the pitcher Cody Hoyer. Sure, he just got glove. Whatever he says satisfies them. They all head back to their third base dugout. Callahan coming to the plate, 1 for 3. Callahan doubled off the glove of the center fielder Watson in the second. Pirates now with 10 hits, leading 7-1 in the 8th inning. Gonzalez leads off first. Cody Hoyer, the right-hander, the pitch in the dirt. Yeah, going back to 1977, the last team to surpass its home run total by the All-Star break from the previous year was the 1986 San Francisco Giants. This ball hit high in the air to right field, and coming in is DeLauder, the right fielder, makes the catch. Pirates add to their lead, go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 7-1 Pittsburgh on the Pirates Baseball Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
Vargas 1 for 3, 1-0. Vargas hits it deep to left center. This one's got some carry, and it's gone. Eldemaro Vargas gets one back. Well, you're the DH. You're supposed to be the hitter, and he's been hitting a single and a run scored in the second, and a 2-out homer in the 7th, his first of the year. That went 431 feet.
109 miles an hour off the bat. That's a momentum breaker right there.
He's the ultimate argument for the 26-man roster.
Just when we think we've seen it all, baseball gives us something new to talk about.
Splits two defenders and makes a great grab. The kick is good, right through the flying uprights.
Whoa, went down inside his chest protector.
That's not a catch?
Make way for Batman.
People would love this if we did Lady in the Tramp.
Ronald Acuna Jr. pouring dirt into Ozzie Albies' glove.
He flips the entire glove to first base.
Fast and furious and dead on.
Now let's dive into this week's top plays.
Is pulled and a leaping grab by Shoebake.
Carson Bench with a pulchritudinous play. Moving fast toward big league stardom.
Randy Rosarena! Superman catch!
What a leaping grab by Quan.
And those 39-year-old legs are still cooking.
Oh, are you kidding me, Petey? Help it. Oh, hey now, hey now. What a play by Ryan McMahon. How about that?
Stephen Kwan leads off. Bottom of the 8th inning. The Pirates are leading the Cleveland Guardians 7-1, and it's Carmen Mlodzinski for this 3rd inning. Kwan, Vazana, Rocchio, 9-1, 2 hitters. The pitch from Mlodzinski, the strike. This is his 3rd inning of work, which means if he just goes 3, they get him out after this inning, and he could be available for the finale of the series in New York on Wednesday against the Yankees. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Kwan. Swing and a miss. Tonight's Powerball jackpot now has an estimated annuity of $526 million. $526 million, so don't forget to play at your local retailer or online. Pennsylvania Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians every day. There's a line drive base hit to left field. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. So Kwan on base for a 3rd straight time. Single, a walk, single. Back to the top of the order now. Travis Bazzana tripled in the run in the 3rd inning for Cleveland. Struck out his other 2 times up against Jared Jones. The pitch taken for a strike. Bazzana was the number 1 pick overall just 2 years ago out of Oregon State by Cleveland. 2024 draft. Connor Griffin, Pirates picked him 9th overall in that draft. And now Bazzana is asking home plate umpire Roberto Ortiz something. Count 0-1 from Hornsby, Australia, mate. 23 years old. The pitch And it's dribbled foul.
If memory serves me, he's the first ever #1 overall pick by the Cleveland franchise. I remember doing the draft lottery when they got the first overall pick. That was at the winter meetings in Nashville.
How about that little nugget? Oh, and 2 the count on Bazana. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play left side. He lettered in cricket as a wicket keeper and an opening batsman from 7th to 12th grades. Pitch is hit in the air to center field. Mangum back a couple steps. Center fielder for the Pirates makes the catch. Back to first goes Kwan. 1 down in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Pirates leading 7-1. Here's shortstop Brian Rocchio. Rocchio faced Majinski leading off the 6th inning and flied out. Fouls this pitch off at the plate. He was 0 for 2 against starter Jared Jones. Jones went 5 innings, a run, 3 hits, 1 walk, season high 9 strikeouts, 74 pitches. He looked awfully sharp. That's back-to-back. Really solid, sparkling outings for Jared Jones. Majinski's 0-1. A little bit off the plate away. Majinski's about ready to throw his 38th pitch. With a runner at first base, Kwan. And there's a line drive right to the second baseman, Lau. Was ready to throw the ball to Tyler Callahan at first, but Kwan wisely scrambled back. 2 outs.
Now batting for the Guardians, right fielder number 24, Chase DeLauder.
Chase DeLauder. DeLauder 1 for 3. The pitch is a strike. Lefty batter Chase DeLauder.
Gonna have to follow Chase DeLauder and root for him after this series.
After the series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody that comes out to country roads, you got to be a fan of.
West Virginia native. Pitch is taken for a ball to DeLauder. Yeah, fans love it. Born in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Played college ball at James Madison University. And a bouncing ball to second. Lau on to first. Where in the world is Carmen Majinski?
Progressive field.
And we head now to the 9th inning. It is 7-1.
We're talking about power. We're talking about bling. This is the stuff that puts people in the seats.
Ruth's adoring fans pitched in to gift a crown fit for the home run king.
How come the fans didn't, put something together for me?
They gave you a nice round of applause.
It's a good job, Carlos.
That man is 42 years old. I'm only 22. Until that man stay on that mound, nobody gonna take me out of this game.
Okay, let me see what I can do about it. Right now, I feel like I can go over there and go placata right now on the field just because I held this batter, Willie Mays. I'm not giving it back to you. You need
You're
it
not
back?
gonna get back?
Okay, you can continue talking.
Right, and you're just going to hold on to it?
Yeah.
Hammer and Hank became baseball's all-time home run king.
Hank Aaron flipped the bat, pointed to the outside, and said, "Black."
Every single Triple Crown winner has been inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. So it looks pretty good for me. Just saying.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Beer, and more beer. Hey!
It's like
Broken bat for Freeland. The ball to second. Corner boots it. Everybody's safe. Whatever superstition you have, you're employing it right now.
Not sure why that was Barger's ball, and he misjudged it.
He literally has a shirt that says "Dump Here." He's got a 62 shirt. That's pretty awesome. That's just impressive preparation.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Pirates have a 7-1 lead, 9th inning, and here is Jacob Gonzalez making his first Pirate start. And what a start it has been. Swing and a miss. He homered in his second inning at bat. His second at bat as a Pirate. His third major league homer. Had 2 with the White Sox in 30 games before being traded over. And he fouls this one away. And it's 0-2 as he faces Cody Hoyer. He singled on an 0-2 pitch in the 5th inning against the starter Gavin Williams. Last time up against Matt Festa, he bounced to second. Playing shortstop and batting 8th for Don Kelly today. Pitch in the dirt to Jacob Gonzalez. On deck is Henry Davis, then Jake Mangum. This is game 1 of the day-night doubleheader. Pirates 3 outs away from winning their 4th straight game. Now Isaac Mattson is up in the Pirates bullpen. Looks like he will follow Majinski. The pitch to Jacob Gonzalez. Slaps this ball foul left field way. Kwan gives chase, but it's out of play into the seats. Looking for their third 4-game winning streak of the season. The pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Rocchio over near second base. Throws on to get Jacob Gonzalez. And a 4-3 putout. Brings up Henry Davis.
Gonzalez not rewarded with a base hit right there, but I like that approach. Widened up, shortened up. Just thinking big part of the field with 2 strikes right there. Just unfortunately hit it right to the shortstop.
Henry Davis 0 for 3 is lined out to right field and struck out twice. His first at bat now against Hoyer, and he hits this one the other way and a base hit into right center field. Davis will take the turn and put on the brakes. He took the wide turn. He scrambles back to the bag, goes back standing as the throw from the shortstop Rocchio to Manzardo just a little bit late, and Davis with a base hit to right center. We were talking to Don Kelly on his pregame show about that very subject. Maybe Davis starting to understand that more and more, trying to go that way.
Well, he's certainly strong enough to do some damage to right center field and the right side of the field in general. You know, you hit the ball in the second inning, make the third out in the second inning. He hit it really well, but going to right field. And we talked about that in spring training with Henry Davis. There's a breaking ball down below the zone, 1-0 the count to Jake Mangum here. But with Henry Davis going that direction, like having his sights on right center field, it's going to keep him in position to do damage on breaking balls.
Ball grounded to second. That's a 4-6 put out there and on to first for an inning-ending double play. Manzardo to Rocchio and onto Manzardo. The double play ends the.
Wood sends another one high and deep. Out to center field. James Wood over the bullpen cart. Off the back wall. Third homer of the series. Add another leadoff homer to the tally for James Wood. Now 10 of them on the year. 28 overall. You run out of things to say about this guy at some point.
So then I'll say it. He's awesome.
I'm Jonathan Mayer, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
And I think he went around. He did.
In the glove and then out. It should have been the third out of the inning for the Mets. So the Red Sox catch a break.
Yeah, got a man making a play. Didn't spill a drop either. Meeting people he never knew before.
Right back here. That's as close as it's ever got to me, Michael.
Look out. Give that 103 feet on that one.
Oh my goodness.
We're good. We're good. We're okay.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Opportunity to get a lot of swing and miss with Isaac Mattson. Not only on the four-seam up through, but also the breaking ball when it's down.
Carmen Mlodzinski goes 3 innings of 2-hit shutout baseball in relief of Jared Jones. No walks, 2 strikeouts. Jones a chance to pick up his second win. And Gavin Williams, the starter for the Guardians, just his 5th loss against 10 victories. 3 more outs to get. Kyle Manzardo leads off here in the bottom of the 9th inning for the Cleveland Guardians. Mattson, who grew up outside of Erie, delivers a strike. Yinzer-Palooza weekend, Friday night. First of 3 with the Cubs. Start a 6-game homestand at PNC Park, 6:40 first. 20,000 fans get a Yinzer-Palooza themed t-shirt presented by Mrs. T's Pierogies. Go to pirates.com/Yinzer-Palooza. Ball popped up, shallow left, foul ground, and that's going to drop untouched just off the high netting. Remember when the Pirates steal a base, Bucko fans? This season, you steal a deal at Valvoline Instant Oil Change for $25 off your next premium oil change. It's Valvoline Instant Oil Change's way of reminding you it's good to steal if you're a Pirate. Mlodzinski went 3, following Jared Jones, who went 5 strong. And now it's Mattson. His pitch is fouled back by Manzardo. Rhys Hoskins to follow, and then Khalil Watson. Brandon Lau, Ryan Reynolds, Nick Gonzalez, and Jacob Gonzalez, all with 2 hits apiece. Home runs in this game, Jacob Gonzalez, Esmeralyn Valdez, and Nick Gonzalez. This ball's fouled back out of play. Gavin Williams, Matt Festa, Cody Hoyer pitched for Cleveland this afternoon. Both teams will get an extra man in game 2. For the Pirates, it'll be the rookie Christian Curtis, the pitcher. It'll be a bullpen game, really, for both teams. Here's the pitch to Manzardo. Fouled off to the left, out of play. Still 0-2. Mattson's pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. There's one away. 1 down.
And that's vintage Isaac Mattson right there. That four-seam fastball, 94, 95 miles an hour. I mean, not overpowering. That one actually came in at 96. Better velocity, but he spins the baseball. When it's elevated, it's really hard for hitters to get on top of and catch up to.
There's Hoskins now. 1 down in the bottom of the 9th. Takes low ball 1. Stand corrected. It might not be a bullpen game for Cleveland. Logan Allen is coming up from the minor leagues, but he's been a starter. He'll come up from the minors to start game 2. Strike is called. We don't know what the plans are for the Pirates. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1 ball, 1 strike pitch from Mattson. This is down and in. To Rhys Hoskins. Hoskins had 1 of 2 hits off Carmen Mlodzinski. 2 balls, 1 strike. Mattson for the Pirates, so the Bucks leading 7-1, delivers swing and a miss. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice birthday present for brother Hank. Tuned in down in North Carolina, celebrating a birthday. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Bucks leading 7-1. Matson's pitch. Fly ball to center field. Back is Mangum. Couple steps in front of the track. That's Billy Cook now in center field, making the catch as Mangum moves to right field, 2-way. Cook in center for the Pirates. Mangum moves from center to right, replacing Esmerlin Valdez. 1 out to go. Two outs, bottom of the ninth. The batter, Khalil Watson. Watson 0 for 3. Let's go Bucks chance here at Progressive. Ball's fouled off. We've seen a ton of Pirate fans in Cleveland last couple days. Oh, 1 count. Matson's pitch. Bouncing ball into center field between the bag and the second baseman Lau. So Khalil Watson keeps the game going for Cleveland. A 2-out single to center. There's up Gabriel Arias. He's 0 for 3. 6th hit for Cleveland. Matson with the pitch, swing and a foul tip. They don't bother to hold the runner at first, so if he wants to take off for second, he could. Pirates about hit the Cleveland Guardians 11-6. Here's the pitch, inside. One ball, 1 strike to count. Gabriel Arias has grounded out and struck out twice. Matson for Pittsburgh, the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
I'd like to see Matson stay with the 4-seam fastball right here. Those first 2 swings from Arias just doesn't look like he sees the fastball out of Isaac Matson's hand. And I know that's what Jones created. Jones throwing a little bit harder. I'm trying to remember what the strikeout was against Majewski.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Matson sets, delivers. Swinging a foul, just gets a piece of it. And got a piece of the catcher as well, Henry Davis.
And Matson staying with the fastball. He reached back for a little extra. 97 on that one right there. Kind of middle. Arias not able to square it up. Climb the ladder right here, and I don't think Arias has any chance of catching up to it.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Matson for the Pirates, the pitch. Swinging a foul, straight back, up with the fastball. Pirates looking to win 4 straight games for the 3rd time this season. For the first time since late May, early June. Isaac Matson, 1-2 pitch in the dirt.
Nice job by Henry right there, keeping that one in front of him.
It's 2-2. Pirates have won 6 of their last 8 games, looking to make it 7 of their last 9. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 9th inning. Leading 7-1, the pitch. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Matson punches out Arias, and the Pirates win the first of the day-night doubleheader. Rays, the Jolly Roger in Cleveland. Pittsburgh has won 4 in a row.
Great job on the mound, all 3 guys for the Pirates. Jared Jones led the way with 9 strikeouts in 5 innings of work, and then Carmen 2 in his 3 innings. Isaac got 2 in his 1 inning of work right there. But the Pirates pitching going right after guys, just 1 free pass. That was by Jones, nothing by the bullpen, Majinski or Isaac Mattson. And how about this offense, Brownie? Just coming to life. What, 3 home runs today?
3 more home runs today.
Jacob Gonzalez.